You might be wondering what we're going to do with this collection of simple tools and junk 2-inch vent pipe and hair dryer and a few other little pieces of bolt or what all. I'll give you a hint. It solves the problem. One problem is you can go into town and buy one of these devices that we're fixing to make out of essentially stuff you find around the barn or the well house, garage maybe. And I don't want to tell you what it is just yet, but I'll give you a hint. Well, let's peruse what we got here. We have a little handsaw, wood chisel, step drill, drill bit, a little square tape measure. That's called a hole saw. Got a little glue, bolt, washer. It's called a 2-inch sanitary tee. Look like we've got a couple in there and a few old junk pieces, some elbows, a little sander, drill motor, old piece of 2x8. You can tell by the dirt what's still on it. Piece of pipe and a hair dryer. Now here are all of our parts. We're getting ready to put them together. Let's go see what we did when you weren't watching. All right, well, we cut our little piece of wood. Cut it at 16 inches long. It's a 2x8. We bored a hole through the top. And what we did is we came across the corner and went diagonal like this, and that gave us a center. Put our hole in, just to kind of keep it from looking real 2x4-ish, kind of construction material. We came by and just took our little hand 18-volt circular saw and knocked off, chamfered the corner, sanded that down just a little bit. For what we're doing, we don't really care a lot. And on the back side, we took, this is called a hole saw, and we hole sawed down a given depth, what we felt just by eyeballing it would be good enough, so that we can use a bolt and some washers. Now, take a wood chisel and you pop out the wood after you've hole sawed it, because you'll have a plug right there that won't go all the way through, and you knock that out, smooth that down. Now that's a base of some sort. Now we have two pieces that we've cut. Don't want to give you too much of a hint. Some of you have already figured it out. Now shout it out real loud if you figured out what we're doing. Now I'm calling these a riser. It's a 2-inch piece, sufficiently long to do what we want it to. And we've got two of them. We've cut it off at an angle so that, well, if we happen to put something across the top of it, we can't choke it off and stop all the, well, I don't want to give a hint and call it airflow, but we also have a series of little holes right there. Now we come over to here, stop that, don't roll away. We have the sanitary tee. And you see how they sweep like this? That I don't know if necessary, but it gives us a little bit of a sweep to it. And now we have some little pieces like this. We've got two of them, one for each side. Stop that rolling. And then we have our 90s that we'll put in like this. And we'll go like this on the other side. And we have a little stub. On the top of the stub, I beveled it out a little bit. You don't have to do that. Depends on what active piece, the active component you're going to use. This will go in like that. And of course, this piece will go here. See how we're going? And we can use the little coupling up here if we need to, just for a little extra mechanical support of the active component. And we only have one last little piece. This is a 1/2 inch to 2-inch little adapter. What we're going to do is we are going to assemble this as part of a base. So let's reset the camera and go from there. Now we're just getting ready to put the base together, and we have our little 2-inch to 1/2-inch adapter. We have 5/16 by 2 3/4 bolt. We have a large fender washer. It will go in like this. We have a washer and a nut for the other side. Now looking at the piece of wood, we flip it over. We have the counter board end. We'll put 4 sticky feet, pressure sensitive adhesive, just little felt feet right here and here. I don't have them on there yet, but we'll put them on there. And we turn it up, chamfer side up. This will fall right in that hole just like that. We'll turn around, push it right down through there like this. I can hear some of you. You're already way ahead of me. The reason we counter bore this is so that we have a place for our nut and washer to go. You see how we have this? Now we'll tighten this up with a socket set and get both of them down there just nice and snug, and then we'll go on to some of the assembly. To assemble this, we will be gluing the pieces together, and we'll use the little stubs we made. These are cut just short enough so that we can bury these edges together like this and they won't show. I'm not going to prime this with the purple primer because I'm not trying to hold back any water pressure or anything like that, and I don't want them to be overly unattractive. It's going to look like something somebody made in their garage on a rainy day, which is exactly what I'm doing. Now, the way that this will go together is we take our base, and this piece will simply sit here. The riser will fit here and here. We will have our center stub. We'll go in here, and we can put our little piece here just to stabilize. So I'm going to glue this piece in. Now when you glue water pipe for pressure, you are supposed to prime it. I'm going to push it in, and you would push it in and turn it 90 degrees and hold it like this. Also, then you'll take a towel and you'll clean the excess off. Now we have only to do the final assembly, which is take our UL listed active device and put in the end. Now, the hen I showed you was a water heater, and that white piece of pipe, same type of pipe, is listed by code, suitable for use in a fan-forced flue gas system, given some parameters. Now, we're not going to leave this thing ever unsupervised. This is sort of country engineered, and it's just a simple thing to keep me from having to go into town and buy a boot dryer. But as you can see, very, very simple, made from basically junk around the house. It supports them, nice and steady, and it works.